if you're starting out and you have a beginner client, how would you help them progress on movements if they are kind of weak, right? They're lifting 20 pounds, it's not doing so great.
Well, it depends. Sometimes it's a strength issue, but in other times, honestly, it's a mechanical issue. And I take a look at what their current movement patterns are, and I'll move around that if they genuinely want to stick to that movement. But sometimes you have to regress a movement for it to progress first. So depending on what the situation is, let's pretend it's barbell bench press, right? Yeah. A lot of people can't balance the bar independently, even at just the bar. They have a hard time controlling the eccentric. I'd say that's more so for very skinny guys or lightweight men or women. They have a hard time because they don't have the stabilizers, they don't have the strength. The movement pattern feels awkward for them, right? Sometimes it might not be a strength issue. Maybe it's a technique issue where we see that the joints are loose.
So how do you fix that?
Could be retracting the scapula, getting into a better position overall with your setup. Basic things like that. But let's pretend now they're an advanced lifter, even though they're beginner. Meaning it's not just standard mechanical setup issues. It's not just standard training issues with, let's say, weight on the bar or weight on the dumbbell. We really have to take a look at bar path. Understand bar path. Understand that sometimes mechanical tension has to play a role in fixing the technique, because we can see that there's power leakage at either the bottom or the top of the movement. And you just have to find where you can fine tune that situation. First thing I would do if you're a beginner, the very first thing I would do is actually start on dumbbells if it's a pressing movement of any sort before you touch a barbell. Right. I say that because it's easier to control a dumbbell and it's safer for you to control a dumbbell in case of a scenario where you can't lift anymore. You can just dump it. Barbell, you can't do that. You try to dump it, it's on your neck, or it's on your stomach, or you can't get up. Very dangerous situation. So if you're a beginner, start with dumbbells and then progress to a barbell, and then eventually I'd say progress that to machines. So the other way actually, yeah.